Hi everyone, my name is Milan and I help people on Airbnb set up their listings and give them practical tips and advices. I hope that this video helps you and please support this content by liking and subscribing. Today I'm going to be doing a review of a comment of one of our hosts or clients. So I will go straight into it without further ado. The comment comes from Amir and Amir says, "Hi Milan, I have a question." Smiley. "Now someone asked me to live at my house for 3 months and asked me if he or she can come tomorrow to see the room. I said I'm not home right now and I will be back home on Friday. She didn't answer yet and I don't know if she wants to book it. And my calendar is blocked now so no one can see my announcement. What shall I do? Best regards, Amir." First of all, I already resolved this issue with Amir, so this is already resolved. Amir, thank you for reaching out. I appreciate you asking for tips and advices without any sugarcoating and without any wastage of excess energy. I'm going to say that you have all the power as a host to decide what is the best for you and what you want for your listing, for your house, for your home, because it is, after all, your home that you are renting. Please don't forget that. When someone asks you to live at your home for 3 months, know that that is quite a serious commitment and something that you need to look into deeply and have a firm and good communication with the person who is renting. Due to all of this and due to the seriousness of this situation, namely that period of hosting by the guest, which is 3 months, I normally suggest to my clients that they contact the party, require either a live meeting or a video chat, and always ask for personal identification such as passport or ID, which is already provided by Airbnb, but also just to have a copy. It is a common practice in hotels and it's something that you can do as a private person or if you have a business within Airbnb. So what you can do as a great start for managing this kind of communication is asking for the person, do they and are they willing to provide and submit any form of identification, and if they are willing to have a video chat or meet in person to discuss the details and the terms of the stay. Also have in mind that it can be quite suspicious of people to come and ask to see the room, although it is not that uncommon and unusual if people are willing to live there for around 3 months, which is completely normal. It is completely nothing extraordinary, but it is quite sudden and you as a host are in no way obliged to accept these conditions. What you can do if you want to maintain your security and if you want to maintain the stability of your home and your personal integrity, you can ask this person to book this day, and that is what I would personally suggest to you. What I would personally suggest, and please take this with a grain of salt, this is not a money-grabbing advice, this is simply for you to learn how to appreciate and value your time and effort and energy, and also to make sure that someone's intentions are pure and they come from a good place. Now, what I would do if I were you, I would lower the price for that day when that person comes, and I would say, hey, look, I need to make sure that you're serious about this, therefore I'm going to ask you to book this date and come and visit the listing. You don't have to spend the night, you don't have to come over. I just need to make sure that there is a legal transaction and that there is an online interaction and a contract of a kind so that I can make sure that you are taking this seriously, so that I can rest assured that leaving my apartment in your hands for 3 months is safe. That is all. And I believe that by doing this, you can gain plenty of self-confidence and you can be more confident in yourself to communicate in this kind of way to others as you boost your confidence, as you grow more, and as you increase your prices and thus the quality of guests that come to your listing. Of course, if you are not home, if you really can and you allow for these kinds of situations to happen, and if you do want the person to come and see the apartment, then I suggest that you do something called co-hosting. Now, co-hosting is a very handy tip and a handy practice on Airbnb. It allows you to allow someone else to have access to your listing and your messages and all the information and interactions, so that when you are not there, your co-host, whoever you designate to be your co-host, will see the messages and respond to them and even greet the guests. And you make a personal arrangement with this person. That is one of the services that I provide on my webpage and within my business. And that is co-hosting and offering people to include me in their chats and interactions with their guests so that I can help the steps of the hosting, give practical tips and advices, or even communicate and help with greeting the guests. It is all possible if it's within the range of your imagination. So just be creative, select someone that you trust, that you can co-host with, and maybe these kinds of things won't be issues and problems. Now I'm going to address the second part of this comment, which is, she didn't answer yet and I don't know if she wants to book it. And my calendar is blocked now, so no one can see my announce. What shall I do? Amir, and to rest of you watching this is a personal advice, and I consult my clients to do the same, which is give yourself a deadline, give yourself a frame within which you operate, because it is really important for you as a business person, as a businessman, to have your time available to you, because Airbnb is a business and you need to be strict and firm with your boundaries, respect yourself first of all, and then respect the other party, because you won't be able to offer your best if you don't take care of yourself in the best way possible. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean, respect your time and set a frame. What I normally do in the messages, the automatic message that my guests receive when they're about to come or check in, I do the following, namely when or upon the booking, or before the booking, even if I get a booking inquiry. I say, hey, here is the time frame within which I operate. I answer messages in this and this time, in these hours, and please be patient and understanding if I don't respond, because I'm a busy man. And if people can tolerate this, and if you actually attract this kind of clientele that is serious, that does appreciate your time, and that is expressed in messages and in the communication, then you're on a good path. If not, you still have your frame, and believe me, you're not losing much by losing a few clients, because if you develop a sturdy business and if you have a frame within which you operate and you build a solid foundation, trust me when I tell you, money will come over time. And money, believe me, is not the main aspect of operating a business on Airbnb. So to sum that up, when you have an irresponsive, and I'm gonna go on a limb here and say irresponsible guest that is not responsive to messages, you did your part, because Airbnb expects of you to only respond within the first 24 or 48 hours, depending on the messages. You can see that in the message menu, to keep your response rate. Now, keeping your response rate is important because that is one of the factors that potential guests can look at and consider when they book your listing. So as long as you do your part of responding to the messages within a certain time frame, and you can make sure of that by selecting an automated response. Now I'm going to create a separate video for creating an automated message, and in that I'm going to show you step by step how to create an automatic message to keep your response rate so that you can have a good Airbnb listing and that you can keep your stats up high and thus rank higher in the search when guests want to search for properties like yours. That will be all for today. This was a bit short and sweet and answering to one of the comments of my clients. So thank you for your attention. Thank you for wanting to do this for yourself, for wanting to be on Airbnb and use Airbnb as a source of passive income. If you're registering and if you're new to Airbnb, please use my affiliate link below and you will be directly referred to me, which means that all the communication will be done through Airbnb chat. So when you use this link and when you register, I'm your guy and I'm going to be communicating with you directly. And if you have any questions, if you have anything you want to clarify, to have clarified when you register, when you get through to the system and register your listing, I'm your guy. And we'll go through it together. Thank you very much for your time. Please like and subscribe so that this message can reach many people. And I will see you in the next video. Ciao.